Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our students in grade 11, please open your course book, page 10. Course book, page 10, unit 2. Our lesson is routines. Before we start the lesson, let's read the objectives of our lesson. Number 1, after listening to the audio, students should find the suitable words to complete the gaps correctly. There is an exercise. You need to listen to the audio to fill in the missing words. There are maybe 9 missing words. You need to write them in your book. Number 2 and 3 are grammar. Studying the examples, students should use the present simple tense correctly. And number 3, studying the example or the examples, students should use the present continuous tense correctly, or a present progressive, you can say. Okay, now let's have a look on the examples, on the keywords of our lesson. The first word is rig. This is a rig. It's a large piece of equipment that is used for taking oil or gas from the ground or the bottom of the sea. Okay, now the second slide of words, we have onshore and the opposite is offshore. What's the meaning of onshore? Onshore means on land, but offshore means in the sea, in water, okay? Onshore and offshore. So the rig that we have just seen, is it onshore or offshore? Yes, good, it's offshore, it's in the sea, but not far from the land. On duty is the opposite of off duty. Sorry. On duty means that you are at work, you have duty. But off duty, you are not at work, you are free. You are maybe with your family. We have on leave and, sorry for that. On leave is the same meaning as on holiday. On leave means that you are not at work. You have sick leave, you have casual leave, you have anything like that. You are not at work. Okay. Now, let's start our lesson. Look at this picture. You remember what we have just called this? Yes, we call it a rig. Rig. Would you like to work on an offshore oil platform like this? Why and why not? You can talk to your brother, to your friend, to your father about this picture. Yes, you can say that I like to work on an oil platform because I like working in the sea, for example, or I like extracting oil from the sea or from the ground. Yes. Okay. Now, exercise number 2, it's listening. Now we want to listen to the audio. It's about Tor and Ken, who are at work, okay? Tor and Ken work on different oil platforms, different ones. Listen to their phone call and complete the information on the left, this table. We have Tor and Ken. On duty, how many weeks? On leave, how many weeks? The same for Ken, on duty and on leave. Please listen to the audio.
Work. Recording 4. Hi, Ken. How are things on your rig?
Hi, Tor. Well, we're working very hard at the moment, but I'm going on leave tomorrow.
That's great. Where are you going? Back home?
I usually go home to Nigeria, but this time I'm flying to France for a holiday.
Ah, fantastic. Do you work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off?
No, I do 3 on and 3 off. How about you?
I work 2-2.
When's your next leave?
I'm on the helicopter right now. I'm flying to Norway.
Okay, guys. I think it's very clear. Now, please let's talk about Tor. How many weeks on duty? Yes, good. 2 weeks. And on leave? 2 weeks. Good. What about Tor? Sorry, what about Ken? On duty? Yes, 3 weeks, and on leave. Good, 3 weeks. Thank you so much. Now we want to listen again to the same audio, to the same phone call between Tor and Ken, and complete this conversation. As I told you before, we have 9 gaps here, 9 missing words. You need to fill them in. Please listen again to the same audio.
Unit 2. Work. Recording 4. Hi, Ken. How are things on your rig?
Hi, Tor. Well, we're working very hard at the moment, but I'm going on leave tomorrow.
That's great. Where are you going? Back home?
I usually go home to Nigeria, but this time I'm flying to France for a holiday.
Ah, fantastic. Do you work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off?
No, I do 3 on and 3 off. How about you?
I work 2-2.
When's your next leave?
I'm on the helicopter right now. I'm flying to Norway.
Okay. Now, please, I want to tell you that you can pause the video anytime you need. You can replay the audio if you want to listen to the audio again 2 times, 3 times. It's up to you if you want to check or to double check your answers, okay? But I want to tell you something that he said here, I work 2-2. You know the meaning of 2-2? It means that 2 weeks on and 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. That's why he said 2-2. Okay, now please, we want to fill in the missing words. Number 1, yes, good. We're working, good. Number 2, yes, I am going on leave tomorrow. Number 3, where are you going? Back home. Number 4, yes, I usually go home to Nigeria. Number 5, I am flying to France. Please write these answers on your box, guys, huh? Don't forget, write the answers. Number 6, do you work? Good. Number 7, I do 3 on and 3 off. Means 3 weeks here, you can say, because they both know that they are talking about weeks. So he said 3 on and 3 off, means 3 weeks on and 3 weeks off. Here he said 2-2. So he said, I work 2-2. And the last gap, we write the word, I'm flying to Norway. Good. Thank you. Now, please, let's move on to the next objective, yes, which is the use of present simple tense. I think we talked about that many times, starting from maybe grade 1. The present simple is used to talk about regular or routine events, job descriptions, processes, okay? And you know that present simple, we use the first form of the verb. The first form of the verb. We don't use ing or ed, but we need to add an s if the subject is only one, is singular. But when the subject is I or plural, we don't need to put an s. So we say, I work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I work. I can't say I works. Mark here is singular. So I say, Mark studies. There should be an s here. Every day. Look, this action here repeats regularly. Every day. We usually go to Europe in the summer. This verb here repeats usually. So it's a kind of regular event or a routine. They always talk. They always talk. This verb repeats always. Talk to their boss in the morning. And the last example is a question. Does it usually rain in the winter? Does it usually rain in the winter? We use does with it because it is singular. Okay. Now look at the second structure here. Present continuous is used to talk about things happening now. If I ask you, what are you doing now? You say, I am studying English, Or you can say, I am watching a video. If you are more than one, you say, we are watching a video, or we are studying English now. So we use is, are, or am with ing. Things happening temporarily around now, not necessary to be now, but around now, or for plans or intentions for the near future. Look at the examples here, present continuous tense. I am currently working on a new project. Not necessary to be now, not now exactly in this second, but in general, in these days, I am working on a new project. So we use am with ing. Am, verb, and ing. Mark is studying English now. Now, at the moment, is ing. Right now, we're going to the supermarket. Now, in the time of speaking. They're talking to him now. Are talking, are with ing. Yes, the last example, no, but it's raining now. Take an umbrella. Okay. Now, please, I want you to answer these sentences with the present simple or present continuous. Give yourself, please, enough time to answer the sentences by yourself. Okay? Yes. Number one. Now you have to decide before you answer. You have to decide whether the sentence is a present simple or present continuous. If it is happening now at the time of speaking, you have to use verb to be, is, are, or am with ing. If it happens repeatedly, I mean usually or sometimes, often, like that, you use the present simple. And when you use the present simple, don't forget to put an S if the subject is singular. Okay, so number one, every Monday, Sally, yes, drives to work. Sorry, drives her kids to school. Number two, be quiet. John, now, we are talking about now, be quiet. John is sleeping. Good. Number three, don't forget to take your umbrella. Yes, it is raining. It's raining now. And number four, I usually study English in the evening. This sentence, it has usually. So, I usually study. I put the same word here because I don't need to add an S here because the verb with I doesn't take an S. The verb with I doesn't take an S in the present simple. But if we put he here, what happens? Yes, good. If you say he, usually you say studies. He usually studies. Okay. Thank you so much, my friends. That's all for now. But please don't forget to go to Teams application and answer the assignment there within 24 hours. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.